Hi, this is Charlie Berger. I'm the Senior Director of Product Management at Oracle, and thank you for tuning in for this Introduction to Oracle Machine Learning Zeppelin notebooks, which are included in the new Oracle Autonomous Data Warehouse Cloud. Oracle's lawyers always require us to show the safe harbor statement. And so you're probably hearing a fair amount lately about Oracle's new Autonomous Data Warehouse Cloud. It was introduced at Oracle World. There's been a lot of promotion about it. It's extremely easy, it's fast, and it's elastic. And there are many others at Oracle that can go into much greater detail on the overall features and benefits of the Oracle Autonomous Data Warehouse Cloud. What I'd like to talk to you today about are some of the cool features in the Oracle Autonomous Data Warehouse Cloud, and most specifically our new Zeppelin, Apache Zeppelin-based Oracle Machine Learning notebook. So I'll cover that in a little bit more detail going forward, and show you what it can do. So the brief high-level summary architecture for the modern cloud for data warehousing these days is shown here. You have the Autonomous Database Cloud, where everything's just completely automated. You just sort of hook up to the cloud, establish a connection and an account into the cloud, and you can do whatever you want. It's very easy, very, very powerful. No installation, nothing really complicated whatsoever. You can, of course, connect into it from Oracle SQL Developer and using traditional kind of tools. And of course, on the other side, on the output side, you can use Oracle Analytics Cloud to connect to that or other clouds or other data sources. But in the middle, we have the Oracle Autonomous Data Warehouse Cloud, and what we've added is a Zeppelin-based, Apache Zeppelin-based SQL notebook that allows people to use SQL, of course, and SQL scripts to access any SQL function they may want to do, but most importantly to access, from our point of view, the machine learning algorithms, the powerful machine learning algorithms that come with the Oracle Autonomous Data Warehouse Cloud service. They also come embedded in the database as a service extreme and high editions there as well. So let's cover it quickly. The Oracle Machine Learning Notebook, as a notebook, some of the key features are it's a collaborative user interface for data scientists. So I can work on my notebook trying to figure out which customers are likely to churn or which transactions are possibly fraudulent. And if I have another colleague or many colleagues and they're logging into the same notebook, it's sort of groupware, right? We can all work with it. We can do our own thing. I can add a little paragraph, add my little notes. We can iterate on it. We can tweak it. It just comes packaged part of the Autonomous Data Warehouse Cloud, the new version 1 that's out there. This comes with it. We ship a gallery of notebooks with the Autonomous Data Warehouse Cloud service, and there are tutorials to get you up and going. So they're easy to use templates. There's different permissions. There's a scheduler. It's a very nice sort of shared collaborative environment for working with the Autonomous Data Warehouse Cloud. And of course, it supports the deployment of machine learning analytics in a way that's probably easier than you've ever seen before. And with the Zeppelin notebook, there are different graphics. There's different paragraphs, and each paragraph you sort of type that paragraph and you say, in this paragraph I'm going to type SQL, and in this paragraph I'm going to type a script, and the script could be PL SQL. So in the version 1 it's all SQL and PL SQL, and the algorithms that you have access to are the ones that come embedded in the Oracle Autonomous Data Warehouse Cloud. So in this case we're using the PDB architecture. We're not doing callouts to other different open source R packages like we sometimes do in the Oracle Analytics, Advanced Analytics option with the Oracle R Enterprise connection. In the Autonomous Data Warehouse Cloud service, a lot of things are just sort of locked down and automated and simplified. So what's nice is you have access to all of these completely parallelized in database processing machine learning functions, which are at their core actually SQL functions. So it's very powerful and very, very easy to use. So here's one sort of collage of many of the different screenshots, the type of output you can get using the Oracle Machine Learning. But let's go through a real quick demo. Now, for the purposes of this YouTube recording, I've prepared a number of screenshots. I'll probably mostly go through that. I may vector off and show some live software at the end just to kind of give you a feel for that. But I also wanted to make sure I got through it without any kind of breakages or clicking on the wrong thing sort of stupidly or whatever. So let's go through the PowerPoint version of it first. First of all, we sign in. So we come into the system and we sign in with our username and our password. And that's about all there is to it. Someone at the Autonomous Data Warehouse Cloud at the admin level has given us an account to log in, and then we can access the data that's in there. Once we get into Oracle Machine Learning, we want to set up a project or create a new project. So here I've created a few different projects here. So I'll just go into one of these previously created projects or show you how I create a new one. This is a customer analytics project. It's using Oracle Machine Learning to target the top affinity card responders. So those people who are going to most hyper respond to a loyalty card, essentially. Once I do that, I get into the system and it'll tell me recent activities. It'll allow me to run a SQL statement or create a SQL script. What I'm going to generally, I can go to the gallery where I have previous examples, and I can also go take a look at the different notebooks. On the right-hand side, you see learning resources, how to create a notebook, how to create a job, how to manage collaboration permissions in the workspaces. There are documentation examples that are all online, and again, it's a collaborative environment on the Autonomous Data Warehouse Cloud Service, so all I'm really doing is going to a URL and starting off doing my machine learning. These are some notebooks that I've built previously. So you see I have one for anomaly detection, association rules, attribute importance, classification, clustering. Here's the one we're going to start out with, my first notebook. We have one on regression. We have a little SQL query scratchpad and a SQL script scratchpad, and then we're also going to show some statistical functions. I'm not going to cover all that in this YouTube video. Those come shipped with the Oracle Autonomous Data Warehouse Cloud Service as example notebooks that are contained in the Oracle Machine Learning environment. If I do a SQL script scratchpad, then I'm really just saying select star from customers, and I just get a SQL results table back, just like I would in any other sort of environment. But let's move on and go into the machine learning part of it. So now we've jumped into the situation where we have some previous activity. I can see that this fellow Charlie Berger has been in here doing some things before. I can see that activity. I can go into the SQL scratchpad and see select star from customers and see which customer, what the information is about the customers table. Again, totally easy, totally collaborative. If I have someone else in another tab over here, or they're using Google Chrome or Internet Explorer or Firefox, they can all, jump in. I could have even multiple sessions with multiple browsers, but we can work in a collaborative environment, which is one of the nice things and where you see a lot of evolution in that direction in the world of data scientists. I have a number of different examples that come with the gallery for looking at attribute importance or anomaly detection or whatever. These are examples that we ship with the product to show you how easy it is to get up and started. And this is the very first one that we ask you to start out with, the simple my first notebook. So in this we see the markdown language where we can insert an image over here. We see the markdown language where we can say for more information click here, click here. I can put some different sort of sized fonts. I can do little sort of markdown language things here and document all my analysis. I can say select star from all tables where owner equals SH. So I don't want to see all the system tables, everything that may be out there. I just want to see the tables that are in the SH schema because that's what I'm going to work with for my notebook now. And if I build some analyses, I can do some queries, I can do some scripts, I can do some machine learning algorithms, and sometimes I want to graph things. I just want to simply graph my results. So here's a nice resulting graph of some customers, their education, their household size, and as I click on these little buttons here, which I'll try to show you in the live vignette of this thing, these things will update depending on what you click on. So you can click on the table and you can click on the pie chart or the bar chart and it will all just update. It's doing that on a sample size of 1,000 records, so that's what it's going to display in the table. You don't want to really ask the graphing widget to do too much work. If you can, you want to push down your aggregates and things like that through SQL, so that gets pushed down on the server side, and the graphing widgets in Zeppelin are simply graphing summarized or smaller amounts of data. And you can see I have area charts, column charts, pie charts, and I can look at the data, group it by, and so on. I can change these little paragraphs to be side by side, change the shape and dimension of them, change the flow. And at the top of each notebook, I can have there's a button that says run the whole notebook. So I can run the whole notebook. It'd be like right up here, just run this whole notebook for an anomaly detection notebook. And you can see as we moved on to this anomaly detection notebook, we're going to do things like clean up and drop any tables if they previously exist for notebook reproducibility. So I may have run this before, and I have this table supplementary demographics 2. I want to clean that up before I go on and create that supplementary demographics table. That in this case, we're removing the comments field, because in the Autonomous Data Warehouse Cloud Service, the Oracle text and the text processing is not active. So the text mining that we might have done in the standard database, we want to make sure we turn off that column for the purpose of the Autonomous Data Warehouse Cloud. Then I go on and I might have some sort of script that says begin, drop any previously existing model build settings, drop the previous model, create a build model settings, build the model. So this is the function I'm doing down here. And we just run this. So it's a little bit of a script. It's just running in the Oracle database. And when I'm done, I can view my results in any kind of different form. Now, there, of course, are other visualization techniques and tools like Oracle Analytics Cloud and Oracle Data Visualization Desktop that are beautiful for looking at the results. So maybe I want to do some simple graphics and analysis here, leave all my results inside the Oracle Autonomous Data Warehouse Cloud, and then come in and connect to those results from the Oracle Analytics Cloud or DVD, and say, well, I'm looking for anomalous or potentially fraudulent transactions or customers or patients or physicians or whatever, and I just leave all my results right there and off I go. But I can do some amount of graphing with the Zeppelin notebook technology. And here's another example of graphing customers and their probability of being anomalous. So I have the customers and I have their probability going from 0 to 100% on this axis here, and who are these people grouped by another variable like marital status. So I can also say, well, I've built this predictive model, just show me the customers, score them all, and show me the top 5 where rank is less than 5. These are the customers that stand out as being the most sort of suspicious. They stand out as being, they're most different from the rest of the population. They're maybe on a multidimensional, multi-peculiar kind of basis. There's something about these ones that stand out. So if I have very scarce investigatory resources, I may want to have them focus on these ones first. I can also do classification models, of course. This is the kind of prediction machine learning that most people seem to do most of the time. So here's a nice simple example notebook that predicts customers that are most likely to be positive, sort of what I'd call hyper responders to an affinity card loyalty program. And in this notebook, which comes in the gallery, so you can try this out yourself, it builds and applies classification models. We choose to use a decision tree for simplicity here, just build one model, although of course I think we support 6 or 7 different types of classification models inside the database these days. And again, I'm going to display the supplementary customer demographics data. I'm going to build the models. In this case, I'm doing some real-time predictions. So if you see in this little paragraph here, I can change the value of the household size from 3 to 9, and I'll get a whole different prediction over here because it's a varchar variable, and I'm changing the values of that or the other variables. And these variables that I'm showing are the ones that in the model I've shown to be that the model is most sensitive to those variables. So I don't necessarily need to show all 150 variables. I would say, well, these are the ones that the model's most sensitive to. Over here, I have another situation where I'm saying, well, using, again, Markdown language kind of behaviors that you can look up in Markdown what's possible that the Zeppelin notebook supports, but it's a nice little sort of environment for, as I said, data scientists to collaborate in, just to kind of lay down their logic, try their different experimental methods, collaborate, and then have some sort of interactive results in viewing. There is great documentation on how to get started that comes with the product. I think Oracle's done a great job in detailing all of the ways to get started and explaining everything out very nicely. It's very well done. Again, you just go straight to the URL for the Oracle Machine Learning Cloud, Autonomous Cloud instance that you have. You go to the Oracle Machine Learning Zeppelin notebook, and off you go. The help's there, and everything's all set for you. Now, as I said before, you can connect to this using the Oracle Analytics Cloud as well. So here I have the scenario where I've done some analysis and I leave my results in the database, and this is a decision tree, and now as I move my mouse around on this, for each pie slice I can see the profiles of those individuals and the legends for the rules that describe those people. So that's sort of a quick tour around the product. As you can see, Oracle just continues to evolve in this space. Not only do we want to manage all of your data and manage it securely, whether it's inside the database or outside of the database in what you might call a data lake, but we also want to analyze that data, and we have more and more features and functions and capabilities and methods for doing that. Of course, you can access through the SQL Developer Oracle Data Miner drag and drop user interface. You can access the data. You can use RStudio to access the data and drive it through the R syntax if you choose to. And you can do that also on the Big Data Appliance, where we have something called Oracle R Advanced Analytics for Hadoop, where we have a similar number of parallelized algorithms and support for open source MLlib that run over here on the Big Data Lake in Hadoop and Spark, and then also in the on-premise or cloud database, or in the new Autonomous Data Warehouse Cloud. We have about 30 plus algorithms that run there, and again, you can use any of these three sort of user interfaces to access that data as well. Lastly, before I just show you a little bit of the live product, I want to call your attention to our annual Analytics and Data Summit. It used to be called the BWA Summit, if you've heard of that before. It's out in headquarters out in Redwood Shores, California in mid-March. Hope you can join us for that. It's very reasonably priced. And with that, I am going to close this, but also see if I can't just show a little bit of live product here just for a little bit to kind of make it a little bit more exciting here. So I'm going to go back over to here. I have my first notebook that I was showing you before, but I have these projects that I've been into. So I have recent projects. I have the Charlie project. I can select a project and see, well, oh, in this case it's kind of timed out on me, so I guess that's actually a security feature here. So we're going to try and log in here real quickly. And see if we can't get in here and take a look around. So there are my notebooks. There are my past jobs. I can come over here and look at home. I can look at notebooks. I can look at jobs, connection groups. So these are all different other parts of the product. I'm going to go to the notebooks themselves, and I'm going to say, well, let's create a new notebook just for fun, and we'll call this the fun notebook, just for fun. I'm going to just say OK,